Hello, I'm the Bumeister, and welcome back to Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory. Last time we completed the case, Mr. Nabbit, I accidentally exited out of the BBS menu, so it's no longer on top. Whoops. But now we're going to go ahead and dive to Thief Who Doesn't Steal. This is from Mizushita, director of the aquarium. We have an odd thief. He doesn't seem to steal anything. Can you find out what he wants? 5,500 yen, 500 hacker points, and 1 aquamarine posted at 515.20 XX, and it's a 2-star. So this means we actually might get a chance to fight with some Digimon. Getting all of us together for a job, that's pretty extravagant. Who's the client? The aquarium Ikebukuro. So the client is a fish? Of course not. It's the aquarium manager. It's a theft case. It seems some thieves have been breaking in. Too bad. It just sounds like an ordinary case. But theft? Surely that's more of a police matter. The police have passed on the case to us. So it's not just an ordinary case? Knock knock. I see you're all here. Thank you for agreeing to this. Let me introduce the client. This is Mr. Mizushita, the manager of the Ikebukuro Aquarium. I'm off today. I shouldn't be having talking issues. Keep in mind that everything we discuss must be kept absolutely confidential. Then I'll explain the situation. Fish have been going missing from our tanks every night for some time now. Because of the cunning methods employed by the thieves, it took more than a month to notice that anything was wrong. Hang on a sec. Can I ask something first? Yes, what? What fish have been stolen? For starters, sea bream, flounders, and seahorses. Wow, maybe the thieves want to start their own aquarium. This is no laughing matter. You should take it more seriously. Hey. You laugh and he gets mad at me. What else was stolen? Some sharks. I thought sharks were huge. How could they steal them? The sharks in our aquarium are a small species. They're only about 30 centimeters long. I never knew there were small sharks. They don't sound very scary. Clownfish, conger eels, jellyfish, sardines, spider crabs, and even penguins and sea otters have also been stolen. That many? Let me see. What else? What about cod? Were any cod stolen? No, we don't have any cod in the aquarium. Oh, I see. Erica, the issue isn't what was stolen. How could you not notice all those missing animals for a whole month? Well, the thieves, they employ very cunning methods. Yeah, right. Are you sure it's not because you old geezers aren't up to the job? I don't know what to say to that. Hey, show some respect for your elders. Hackers rely on information to do their job, so you should listen to everything the client has to say. Isn't that right, you Ryuji? That's right. Sorry for the interruption. Please continue. We don't know why, but the thieves always return the animals to where they belong after a few hours. Huh? What the? So the exhibits are stolen during the night and returned before we open the next day. More specifically, they're usually returned after about an hour. That's why we didn't notice it for over a month. I can see why. How? Pardon me? She means, how did you eventually notice what was going on? Oh, I see. Unless something happens, the CCTV camera footage is wiped every month without being watched. A member of our staff noticed what was happening while erasing the footage. It showed some masked men carrying away the tanks at lightning speed. Then they were returned in about an hour and put them back in exactly the same place, right down to the millimeter. That sure is strange. Why would they do such a thing? That's what makes this case so bizarre. They risked being caught just to return what they took. Isn't it the police's job to investigate this? Ordinarily, yes, but my superiors have been at loggerheads about how to handle it. I'll spare you the details, but this case isn't technically classified as theft. Legally, theft is the intention to permanently deprave the owner of property. If that can't be proven, it can't be considered theft. The perpetrator's behavior of always returning the exhibits means that the owner isn't permanently deprived of his property. Of course, if we knew who they were, we could nail them for trespassing on private property, but trespassing cases aren't a high priority. My superiors have decided that we can't spare the resources to investigate this case right now. Investigate. Come off it, that just sounds like an excuse for being lazy. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Detective Matayoshi can't be everywhere at once. It's okay, Ryuji. I've got a thick skin. That's why I've resorted to bring in Mr. Mizushita here to meet with you in secret. The aquarium is actually scheduled to undergo a major renovation soon. If word of this gets out, we might end up losing our grant, might even have to shut down permanently. I suppose it would be risky to give a grant to an aquarium where thieves can come and go at will. The CCTV footage is evidence of trespassing. If you can find out who they are, I'll arrest them. Please tell us everything else you know, then we'll decide whether or not to take the case. The thieves always make their move during gaps in the security guard's patrol schedule. Of course, we change the routes and handover times every day. Even so, they always know the times where there are the fewest guards. How about security? Do you have motion sensors or infrared beams? The thieves disable our security system so the alarm never goes off. Is it some crappy old security system? Far from it, it's brand new. One of the thieves must be a highly skilled hacker. I heard there's lots of top-notch hackers in Eden. You don't suspect us, do you? Of course not! Matayoshi told me all about you. He said you wouldn't be capable of something like this. How nice of him to say that. I didn't mean that. I just meant you wouldn't be capable of committing a crime like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't be asking for your help. Isn't that right, Mr. Mizushita? Right! Sorry, I phrased that badly. I would really like Cutie to uncover the truth and catch the culprits. So what's it gonna be? I think we should take it. Then let's take it. I'm a little curious to find out exactly what's going on. I knew you'd take it. Thanks. Thank you. Let me just check two things. Every single stolen exhibit was returned, right? Yes, I checked with our keeper. Nothing is missing. And finally, was anything added? Added? Please check for any unfamiliar decorations, stones, or anything else. I will. What should I do if I find something? Contact us straight away. Make sure you don't touch it. Understood. Thanks again. Then I'll leave it to you. Okay, let's go over the case. Every night, a group of masked men evade security guards and steal one of the aquarium's exhibits. Then they come back and return it soon after. I see. What do you mean? Do you know who they are? No idea. How about you, new boy? Maybe the criminals love fish. It's not enough to just look at them. They want to swim with them? Then why go to the trouble of returning them? Maybe they realize they're too difficult to keep? You have to control the water temperature, water quality, and stuff like that. It's difficult even for a professional. So the next day they steal different fish. Within an hour they realize they're also difficult to keep, and then return them, and repeat that 30 times? They'd have to be really stupid. Or there's something we're missing. In any case, we need more clues. I agree. Hang on a sec. I've connected to the aquarium server. I'll take a look at the security system logs. Found something? It looks like the thieves accessed it via cyberspace. They deleted the logs, but that's not enough to stop me. They've been careful, but not careful enough. There are still traces of the deleted logs. This should do it. Damn, they've covered their tracks. Chitose, forward the data to me. I think I know how to uncover the route. Okay, you take things from here. Once we know where they accessed the server from, Yang and I will hack them. That sound good to you? Yes, sir. I've got the address. Aquarium backdoor URL. Great, let's go. Be careful. Did she say that to Ryuji? I'm sure she did. Alright. So let's hop into... Excuse me. Let's hop into Eden. We can now go into the aquarium back door, which is there. We also have Kowloon level 3. We can access at some point. But right now we're going to head to the aquarium back door. What is this? I get it. Farm expansion plugin, nice. Oh, speaking of, double check items, okay. 45, not quite enough to have a new party member yet. So let's go ahead and remake this new set of floors here. Base times height divided by 2. Okay. So far, no encounters yet. I spoke too soon. Alright, we've got a couple of Gomamon. And of course, there's Ryuji and his Cyberdermon. Which, I mean, I gotta say, my team is pretty strong, for the most part. But everyone gets a level up to level 12. I don't remember what level I need to get everyone. Or if they have a specific level that they need to be at. Or a specific stat they need to be at. Oh, here's another one. It's Ikakumon. The evolved... Or if you pay attention to the anime, it's the evolved form of Gomamon. But down it goes in a flash. Very little experience points for just one Ikakumon. So we're gonna head out here real quick. Or the aquarium. Look, there's someone there. Is it a girl? Welcome to my aquarium. I'm Minamo Taketsu. I'm Minamo. I'm surprised you found this place. Are you the police? It doesn't matter who you are. You've got nothing on me. Can we ask you some questions? What is this place? What are you doing here? As you've come all this way, I'll give you a special tour of my aquarium. She didn't answer either of my questions. Have you noticed this place looks exactly like the Ikebukuro Aquarium? How observant. It's a perfect digital copy of the aquarium's building, facilities, and animals. It's almost complete. I see, so you did it to create this place, but did you really need to resort to theft? You can find lots of similar data for fish and buildings on the net. You don't get it. Similar isn't good enough. It has to be a perfect reproduction. The building and decor can be recreated from photos, but how the animals look and move can't be scanned from ordinary photos or videos. They have some very rare fish. There's no information anywhere about the types of tanks and equipment they use. And it's not as if I could just go up to them and ask to borrow their precious fish and equipment, right? I see, so you steal them, copy them, and return them. Steal? Please don't use that word. I just borrow them and scan them with the 3D scanner. No one can accuse me of stealing. So it seems we are suspected of trespassing on private property. I hate that. In the virtual world, people are free to go anywhere they like. The real world is so full of restrictions. Although you're not quite right, I didn't actually trespass. What do you mean? Breaking into the aquarium, finding the exhibit, removing it, and then returning it safe and sound, all within a short space of time. I hired a team of international super teams. They didn't leave any evidence, and I have committed any crime. Did you hire someone to do the hacking as well? I asked a Digimon and a hacker to help with that. Of course I didn't do anything. Of course I didn't do anything by myself, and any evidence is long gone by now. The most difficult part was scanning everything perfectly in the short time between acquiring the exhibits and returning them. I bought an entire studio for that. So it's just a very expensive hobby? It takes more than money. I had to be smart too. That's why you'll never pin anything on me. I haven't caused anyone any trouble, even you. And look, this place is almost finished. My own private aquarium. Well, I have to hand it to you. This place certainly looks beautiful. Thank you. That makes me so glad to hear. But it doesn't sit right with me. It's also the ugliest thing I've ever seen, in a sense. Ugly? What do you mean? Yeah, you spent a lot of money, but you didn't get your hands dirty. You got other people to do it for you. So much for the perfect crime. What? The law can't bring you to justice, but unluckily for you, we aren't the law. We're hackers. We'll make sure you're punished. This aquarium will never be completed. That's too bad. Looks like I'm gonna have to dispatch my first visitors. I knew she seemed too willing to talk. She never intended to let us leave here. And looks like she's got a pair of ultimates on her. What do we got? We've got a Seadramon and Colamon. A Sea Dragon and a Coelacanth. Okay. So I guess we're going to cross-counter. Just get started. Attack break field to lower the attack of the team. We'll go ahead, bit fire the Coelacanth. There we go. And we'll mental. Yeah, which one do I want to use? Which one do I want to use? Well, I guess I'll attack the Coelacanth, even though Electroshocker's not going to do any damage. Missed on the Hydro Water. Chain minus. Combo down. Well, let's try putting this. Put the Seadramon to sleep. We'll lower their attack again. And we'll bit fire again on the Coelacanth. Nano Machine Break should be a good idea. It's still sleeping, so we got ourselves a chance. Perfect enough for a Power Energy. And hopefully enough for... Yep, for Blue Greymon to finish it off. I think that was 3 levels just now. Yep, Kabuterimon level 15, Greymon Blue level 15, and Lekismon level 15. Try to keep them all together as best I can. I've always wanted to live in an aquarium. What? Especially at that aquarium. It's in a tall building like a seabed for the sky. So you have some attachment to that aquarium. Yes, so many memories. I went all the time as a child, at least once a week. It's also where I went on my first date. But they're going to have a major renovation soon. Did you hear about that? Yeah, we did. I was shocked when the final design was announced. It looked more like a nightclub or casino. They're going to have pop groups singing with tropical fish. Don't you think that's tacky? It's the way things are now. I understand that the aquarium needs to keep up with the times. I thought about starting a petition to keep the aquarium as it is, but they probably won't take any notice. Things never go my way in the real world. So I decided to preserve it by myself, just as it had always been and just how I remember it. I understand how you feel. I keep trying to think of ways to make the aquarium mine. Excuse me. When all said and done, you didn't intend to cause anyone any trouble. You just wanted to recreate the aquarium for yourself, correct? That's right. But we can't just look the other way. Memories aren't about preserving data. There's something you keep inside of you for the rest of your life. Maybe you're right. That's coming strong from you, Ryuji, when we're talking about Erica. If you're going to report me, just do it. Back we go. Looks like you got this case all wrapped up. The aquarium will stay in payment. Huh? What's the matter, Ryuji? Why the long face? There's something bothering me about this case. I hope it turns out to be nothing. By the way, I met the perpetrator. I can't go into detail, but she's the only daughter of a very wealthy man. He recently passed away and left her his entire fortune. Her father's dead, and recently? But she hired people to steal the exhibits and hack the security. Surely there's no evidence. Exactly. That's why the aquarium has dropped the complaint. It receives extremely rare creatures from other aquariums and research institutes from around the world for special exhibits and the like. Any rumors of security problems will soon put an end to that. Now we know who was behind it all. After being arrested, she promised that she'll never do it again. The aquarium is happy to leave it at that. So, she'll be released tomorrow. Sir! Calm down, Ryuji. I know how you feel, but we have no other choice. No one was hurt and no actual damage was caused. I'm sure you agree she's learned her lesson. No, I don't. How can you release her so soon? She's not being charged. We can't just hold her. If not tomorrow, she'll be out in a few days. Call the aquarium manager right now. What? Why? I'm going to the aquarium. Wait here. Ryuji, Matayoshi, did you find what you were looking for? Ryuji was right. We found a nasty little surprise. I couldn't believe it. What did you find? I don't feel comfortable saying it in front of Erica. It's fine. She's a hacker just like us. Plastic explosives said to be detonated remotely at any time. They were attached to the undersides of all the tanks that were returned. They're small, but detonating them all at once would level the place. Explosives? But why? Good question. How did you know they'd be there? I suspected it right from the start. She created an exact copy of the aquarium in her own private cyberspace. She can find time and space itself as well as herself. I had to ask myself what someone of that mindset would do once they accomplished everything they'd set out to do. Tell us, what did she intend to do? I feared that she'd try to keep the aquarium all to herself. By destroying the one in the real world, even though she knew it was about to be renovated? Don't look so worried. Unless she actually presses the detonator, everything I just said is nothing more than a theory. We don't have any evidence that she planted the explosives. Once again, we can't pin anything on her. By now, she's probably moved the virtual aquarium to a small server and disappeared off to somewhere far away from here. I'm annoyed we can't hold her to account, but at least nothing will happen to the aquarium if she presses the detonator now. The only positive is that no one's been hurt in all this. It's been an unusual case. Nothing will happen to the aquarium if she presses the detonator. However, there might be a catastrophic result somewhere else instead. Somewhere else? What do you mean? Oh, this episode's going on pretty long. Oh, yeah. Memories aren't about preserving data. They're something you keep inside of you for the rest of your life. What did he mean by that? Nonsense. This is where I'm going to stay for the rest of my life. It may be missing a few finishing touches, but it's all mine. When I press this detonator, my aquarium will be the only one like it in the world. Click. Deletion program activated. All data in the cyberspace will be erased. Please log off immediately. I repeat. Deletion program activated. All data in the cyberspace will be erased. Huh? What's going on? All data in this cyberspace will be erased. Erased? How? Why? Bye-bye. No, my aquarium! Dun dun dun. You want to know what happened to that girl? Okay, I'll let you in on something. When we went to see her, I installed a program to delete all data in that cyberspace. I linked the execution key to the detonation signal for the explosive she planted in the real aquarium. That's all I did. Memories aren't about preserving data. You keep them inside you. Maybe I'm naive, but because of this high-tech age we live in, that's what I truly believe. Do you think I got through to her? I wonder if she could resist pressing the detonator. Alright, thief who doesn't steal completed. Report it to the BBS. That's where we're going to head real quick. And solve 5,500 yen. 500 hack points, which now makes us a newbie hacker. And we got one aquamarine out of the deal. Alright, and that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Excuse me. Next time, we are going to go ahead and dive right back into the next case, which is Legendary Digimon. And until then, I am the Bowmeister. And as always, I have been obediently yours.